being an all-embracing friend. August 21, 2014. When you are engaged in a conversation, even if you have found you are genuinely interested in one person or group of people you are speaking with and what they are saying, it is quite difficult to be genuinely interested in everything. Beautiful bright hearts, the best part about being human is that you get to be different from other humans. Another beautiful part of being individually you, a being made in the image of the Almighty God, is that you not only reflect a bit of static, multi-dimensional image in complete conventionality to everyone else, but at the same time you also reflect a portion of that image like a face of a multi-faced prism. Never try to cover up your uniqueness, or hide it or mask it. Your uniqueness is beautiful. Your likes and dislikes, strengths and shortcomings, attitudes, hobbies, and even beliefs will be different from others, even if the difference is slight. But remember, dear ones, after all your differences that you have, when you present yourself, it's how you present yourself that is remembered and what matters. So while you are in a conversation with others or even with one other individual, it is important to create a way to be interested in them, in that person, and to cultivate a good listening ear and to allow your heart to be open and accepting of the diversity of others. No matter how hard you try, you cannot truly pretend to be something you are not for long. Eventually the truth always reveals itself. When you are communicating and conversing with others, keep in mind the goal is not just to integrate, nor is it to become a parent of personalities and attitudes. The goal of any connection is community, the bringing together of people that share common interests, likes, and dislikes while still accepting each other for what is different. In order to exclude or embrace people from your circle of connections, you need to have some form and understanding of community where you are aware of differences between each other. You must have some amount of distance in order for you to receive one another amiably. The beautiful thing about community, beautiful bright hearts, is that it is not just about a gathering of people with similar interests. Of course that is an important component, but not the only contributing factor. Sometimes with a community or group of people, what can occur is that they deny the importance of including or finding new people to hang out with or to talk to. Should a community have exclusions and only include certain people? Quite possible, if one took the time to get to know others of different backgrounds, interests, beliefs and so forth, they would find underneath all their differences similarities that are clear as crystal, enough to create a bond of mutual friendship, trust, and respect. When you are involved in a conversation and the other person has talked non-stop about something they truly love, such as stamp collecting or scrapbooking. Stamp collecting and scrapbooking may not be your thing, but you show interest in the person and what they are saying because you care, and you want to know what fills their passion, and what doesn't. This caring ingredient is the glue of a community. When you meet and greet others, you can practice genuine community to a certain level, making the other person feel heard, accepted, and cared for. Even if you are on a busy bus, or standing in line and someone starts a conversation, the few minutes you are talking you are given the opportunity to show interest in what the person is sharing with you, and when it is your turn to reply, you have the ability to convey your thoughts authentically and amiably. You don't build strong communal ties with one-sided phony conversations. They are built from shared and mutual interest regardless how long the conversation lasts. Of course you may find an individual or two that seem to talk your ear off, never giving a break where you can share your ideas and views. The heavy talkers will continue without a worry or concern for creating common interests, simply because they instinctively rely on your dedication and commitment to community for the development and growth of this specific friendship. Even with a person who seems to go on forever talking, there will come a time to interrupt in a way that is not hurtful if the conversation about stamp collecting or scrapbooking is of little interest, but at the same time honoring their interest. There is no judging or criticizing going on, just simple honesty and acceptance that is non-hurtful, and still filled with care and compassion. Maybe words such as this: "That is incredible. I'm not much of a stamp collector, or too involved with scrapbooking, but I can definitely see why you are interested and that is wonderful." There is no hurtful words here, Just simple honesty that is enveloped in a caring package of appreciation. If you are then asked what interests you, what drives you, then you share what these are, and over time you may discover and realize that there are more common interests being unfolded from what you have originally shared, which deepens the bond of friendship and strengthens the community. From all the conversations you have with this person or even with a group of people, you may be surprised to find the common interests that brought you together has grown, and from respectfully sharing, there are more. Remember, beautiful bright hearts, friendships don't require a lot of comprehensive, extracurricular activity. You don't always have to get out and do all sorts of things to be friends, just sitting beside or across from another is sometimes enough. These things, the development of friendship and community, cannot be forced, unless you are both stranded on the deserted island and there is no one else to offer comfort or friendship. One of the best things about community is that in a group of people, there will be times when you have absolutely no interests, but there is still community. The reason why the community still holds is because of the care, compassion, and commitment to give love to others, just like Jesus gave love to all people regardless of creed or interest. When he opened his loving arms, it was to embrace all people, never to exclude them. There are many spiritual centers, some in your own community or city, that open their doors to the public regardless if general public follow their ways or beliefs. They open their doors in hope and in search for others to come in and share and cultivate common interests just by sitting, talking, and being together. Just because you may find yourself surrounded by church walls, doesn't mean you can't have other interests besides your love for Jesus, although your love for Jesus is a mighty fine interest. Just think, your love for Jesus could very well be the beginning of new friendships, tightening the bond and feeling of security within a community of people. We encourage you to reach out to others, engage in conversation and become someone's friend, even if that friendship is only for a few minutes because you are going different places. Not only will they feel good from a friendly exchange, chit-chat, and sharing of interests, but so will you. It feels nice to be considered a friend, it warms the heart and spreads joy throughout your entire body. Now is a perfect time to embrace others, people different than you, and discover mutual interests, likes, and dislikes. Now is the perfect time to unite peacefully with love for one another. And so it is. I am Ascended Master, Lady Nada, through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com